Well, thank you all for coming over here. It's been such an honor today to welcome Brendan Carr, who is Commissioner for the FCC, and we're delighted to have him here in Tennessee. A big part of our focus is expanding broadband, closing the digital divide. And Commissioner Carr is the one who's leading this at the FCC. Now in Tennessee, we have so many good, solid broadband providers that have made it their focus to be certain that everyone in their service area is connected and has access to high-speed internet. Our governors have done a great job on this. Our General Assembly has done a superb job in making certain that grants are there at the state level, that providers can couple with grants at the federal level, and we can be certain that the money and the funds are going to be there to help with that connectivity issue. We've had the opportunity today to sit down with some of the broadband providers here in the state to hear firsthand from them, to get their insights, know some of their plans, see how they're planning to use some of these grant dollars, and also to find out how close they are to being able to close that divide. So with that, let me turn it over to Commissioner Carr for his comments.
Well, thank you so much, Senator. It's wonderful to be back with Senator Blackburn again in Tennessee. She's been such a strong leader, I can say, from the national level on tech and telecom issues. And the progress that's been made here in the volunteer state has been due in large measure to the leadership she's shown, not just in the Senate, but previously in the House. I can tell you at the FCC, we very much look to her leadership for a lot of the policy ideas that we get across the finish line. For me, there's no better way to do my job in Washington, D.C. than to spend as little time in Washington, D.C. as possible. That's why I really welcome the chance to get out of the city. This morning I had the chance to drive up to Rome and meet with a broadband builder there that has 2018 FCC funding that they're using right now to expand high-speed fiber connections. And then, as the Senator mentioned, we had a roundtable, met with some additional broadband providers to hear from them. And the reality is the federal government has provided a lot of funding over the last couple of years for internet connectivity efforts, but the administration isn't as coordinated in those efforts as I would like. There's a new GAO report that just said that there's now funding available across 15 different agencies, 133 different programs. So I think one of the great things that Senator Blackburn is doing is convening various state, local, federal officials to make sure that we are in fact picking up where some of the gaps in the federal approach have been left and make sure we proceed in a coordinated manner. We've also had a chance to hear from some of the providers about the challenges, including supply chain, inflation, which is raising the costs of internet providers, making it more difficult to bridge the digital divide, and talking about some solutions from permitting and other steps so that we can make sure we build on the success that Tennessee has seen over the last couple of years. I also had a chance while I was here to meet with a telehealth provider. Senator Blackburn has been really leading the way, particularly during COVID-19, with waivers and other measures that proved so vital in expanding telehealth over these last 2 years, and Senator Blackburn is working to make sure that those waivers, where appropriate, stay in place post-COVID so that patients can continue to see the benefits of telehealth. So it's great to be here and continue the good work of making sure that every single community in the state is connected. And again, it's been very grateful from my perspective at the FCC for the leadership that Senator Blackburn has been showing from telehealth to rural broadband.